Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hacking Self Storage. I know if you're watching this, you cannot see me. We need to change this. But for now, it'll do. Right. Okay. So last week, Mondays, what we do is we go through my week in numbers last week. Last week was an absolutely bloody amazing week. Yet again, over 40 reservations. Our aim is to hit 31 reservations. Carefully planned. That number, I come up with it mathematically. No, a little bit of finger in the air. Yeah, and we've smashed it again. If you remember, a couple of weeks ago, we did 50 reservations in 1 week. That was our highest ever. I think this week is our third highest ever. 44 reservations in a week. Our current portfolio, 6 sites, over 100,000 square foot of self-storage, sits at 85% full. That's mental. Absolutely mental. Our big site, Willoughby, 88% full. And we're in March. It's not like we're saying these figures. And we're in May, June, July, August. We've got all them months to come. So what we're going to have to do now is crank up the revenue management because it's supply and demand. It's basic economics. And we've got to maximize the opportunity here. Yeah, it's great. We're 85% full, but we can't rest on our laurels. We've got to do now what I preach and teach and really rack up that revenue. Because ultimately, it does cost a blooming lot to open a self-storage, fund a self-storage. Yeah, I mean, I'm millions of pounds in debt. So we need to make sure we can make these repayments. So we need to maximize the opportunity when we get it. Right, weekly figures. Let's have a look at the overview then. 125 quotes, really good, especially for March as well. 1,770 square foot up for the week. Mental. Again, 44 reservations, a 35% conversion rate from reservations to quotes, 38 move-ins, a conversion rate of 30% for move-ins to move-ins to quotes. So really good fundamental numbers here. The amount we've took as well, we took 54,500, 2,000 from Glasgow, so there's a swig of my tea. 2,000 from Glasgow, 11,900 from Mansfield, 4,700 from Wrexham, 8,500 from Clough Road, 5,200 or 300 from Beverley, and 22,000 from Willoughby. So anything over 50,000 is a great week, sorry, so really good. 44 reservations, 3 booked online. So that's a 7% conversion booked online with us. Jack was a top spot again with 18 reservations. Awesome, awesome work, Jack. For one reason or another, Jack had to single man on Sunday on his own yesterday, and we rang him up to see how he was, see if McDonald's bringing in or anything, and he goes, "Just bring me gin." I'm like, oh mate, I'm really, really sorry. Thank you so much for single manning. We really, really appreciate you, pal. Right, Willoughby, let's get on to deep dive for individual sites. Amount of quotes, 42 quotes. Brilliant, solid there. Reservations, 14. That's a conversion rate of 13%. 17 move-ins, a conversion rate of 40%. That's mental. The Luton van was rented out 6 times because we give a free Luton van away at Willoughby. Is it worth it or not? Who knows? We have this internal debate every single week. Some people think yes, some people think no. It doesn't cost us anything. It's a loss leader, but it does take time for the staff. We do make money from it, but not too much, nothing major, nothing to shout at home about. So the van is coming up for renewal soon. Are we going to keep it? Are we not? I don't know. I'm just ultimately I don't know the impact on time, etc. So I'm going to have to take the lead from the guys and listen to the guys and see what they say. Although they seem to disagree. My wife seems to think one thing, James thinks something else, then Angela thinks something else. Then people tell my wife something, and then they think, do you know what? Actually, no, it's a good thing. So who knows? Right. Stay tuned for that. Square foot moved in, 1,945 square foot moved in. 1,945 square foot. I'm going to repeat it one more time. 1,945 square foot moved in. That is mental. That's mental during COVID. That's mental during the summer. Any period. That's great. And especially for March, 1,945 square foot. I'm not going to say any more, I promise you. 1,160 square foot moved out. So that's a net 785 for Willoughby. Beautiful stuff. 384 internal rooms, 51 containers rented out. Total car parking spaces rented two. Just can't get rid of them, paying more than containers, which why we get rid of them then? Store occupancy 88.3. 88.3, the highest we have ever been at Stormore. Willoughby. Average insurance was £6,000 spot on last week. We're due to move in 775 this week. We're due to move out 760. So it's supposed to be a positive week again. Clough Road, 33 quotes. Now it's unusual, but Clough Road has less quotes than Willoughby, but this is a case in point this week. Six move-ins, six reservations, five move-ins, conversion rate of 18% and 15%. Yet again, conversion rates at Clough Road aren't amazing. I was talking to Gary about this, and he goes, "Dean, I just can't get it." I would try to do a Scottish accent, but I can't. Gary McKenzie, by the way, is our new CEO. Well, don't know actually what he officially calls himself. He calls himself whatever he wants. And awesome, by the way. And I know you listen to this, Gary. Sorry. But Gary said to me, "Dean, what the hell's going on with Clough Road? I listen to your podcast loads, but why? What is it?" I'm like, I don't know. Here's what I think it is, but it could be a whole host of other reasons. I don't know. I just think it's a very competitive area, and it's the demographic. It, it's not a wealthy demographic, the area. And so it's don't get me wrong, Clough Road still makes money. It's still a good site, still over the moon what we opened. The rent is 100 grand a year. We take 360. The rates aren't very much. There's very little electric. It's a manless site. So it does six figures in profit, but it's hard work because we're good at what we do. It's just hard. It's really tough. And we not struggle, but it's always an uphill fight at the minute, Clough Road. And so, yeah, I think it's twofold. I think it's a demographic, and I think that it's because of how competitive it is. And so it's a reminder for myself for when we look at sites that the demographics, I'm not too concerned about competition, but when you mix the two, competition and the demographic, I actually think that's a double whammy. It also it multiplies the net effect of both them. So it's not just you taking in one, but it's more than doubling it. So yeah, I feel like that we've just got to be very, very careful that when we look at sites and we've got to look at the competition and the demographic. And when it's like a perfect storm. Because we're out positioning everybody with a great location, but it's just hard. It, it's hard work. And like I said, I don't want to say that it's not doing good, it's not making money, because obviously it is. It's a great site. But it's just not as good as everybody else. It's harder work to get reservations, harder work to get move-ins, but we still had 50 square foot up last week. We moved in 875 and we moved out 825. So we're 50 square foot up. 875 is a hell of a lot of square foot to move in for that site as well. It was a really good week for move-ins. It's just a move out. It's really bad. Average insurance sold this week, £9,000. So that was really good. That's not usual. This next week, 250 due to move in, 285 to move out. So another tough week expected. 1 second. Beverly, 11 quotes, three reservations, and two move-ins, 27% conversion and 18% conversion, respectively. 320 square foot moved in, 385 moved out, 65 square foot down. So not a lot really happening. We're 89.82% full at Beverly, 83 rooms taken, 7,500 was the average insurance. This next week, we're due to move in 210 and due to move out 50. So a positive week at blah, blah. Wrexham, 11 quotes. Again, get this, six reservations. That's a conversion rate of 54%. Crazy. Move-ins, three, a conversion rate of 27%. This isn't so good. 445 square foot moved in, 580 square foot moved down. Net result, 135 down. Ever since we got the new rooms at Wrexham, we seem to have plateaued and not moved anywhere. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting stuff at Wrexham. Obviously, it's early in the season, so again, this site will start hitting capacity and hitting good numbers. I am sure of it. 8,333 was the average insurance. 160 square foot moved in, 160 square foot moved out. Mansfield, 19 quotes, very, very low on the old quote front at Mansfield. 10 reservations, and four moving. Sorry, 10 reservations and 10 move-ins. 53% conversion on both. Check this out. 1,410 square foot moved in. 1,410 at Mansfield. 275 moved out. That was a net result of 1,135 square foot. Unbelievable. 219 rooms occupied internally, 29 containers rented out. To be honest, I only thought we had 28 containers. So, so I've got to be careful. The kids are in bed and I'm laughing like hell. So that's good, really good. Um, right, 89.41% store occupancy. We still haven't got the second phase ordered. If we're honest, it's a nightmare trying to get a price off Janice at the minute. So busy, everybody's so busy, and we're just waiting on this on the Nokia quote to get it all hardwired, and then we want to put in an order with whoever. But we need the quote. This week's big job is to order a Mansfield. We need to do that. The insurance, £6,800 insurance sold this last week on average. So that's really good. Anything over 6,000 is good. This next week, a quiet week. This is good. Well, not good, but a quiet week. It's unusual. Two move-ins for 150 square foot, two move-outs for 175. I obviously think we'll beat that. Glasgow, nine quotes, five reservations. And just for a caveat here, we probably reserved these last week, but we've just got some new containers put on the system. So we couldn't put them as reservations last week, so we've had to put them on this week. I think there was three of them. So it's a bit untrue is a quote, but because we didn't count them last week, we've got to count them this week. So it's not an untruth, if you know what I mean. Hopefully you follow. Basically, we've got more containers in, and therefore we could reserve them. I think we get them delivered this week. Shout out to Sarah Manning for the awesome. And by the way, everybody else has been awesome as well. The quotes we've got, but yeah, I just think it's amazing. People are just so nice and just fall over themselves trying to help you, which is lovely stuff. So amount of square foot moved in, 160 square foot moved in, 160 square foot moved out. Oh, conversion rates. Yeah, five reservations. That's a 56 conversion rate. It's 56%. Quotes to move-ins was 11%. We only had one move-in last week. 160 square foot moved in, 160 square foot moved out. We've got 47 containers. We're currently full, but we're getting more containers this week, I think. So we've added the containers onto the system, and it says we're 82% occupied. Obviously, we're full at the minute. 320 due to move in this week and 160 due to move out. Total reservations this week, 44, including three at Beverley. So that is really, really good. Total move-ins, 38. So yeah, over the moon with that. And if anyone's interested about my health and fitness, finally did over 15,000 steps, 15,705. I ran 15 miles. Check me out. I went to gym twice. My back is getting better, and I've got to go because I'm going for a 4 mile run. Yes, before the kids wake up. So I feel honestly, for those of you who are into fitness and sports and well-being, I injured my back start of December, and I haven't done anything for ages or very, very little. And what did I do? I got upset with myself. Not like any other normal person. I just continued to eat as much as I was eating before because I could eat what I want because I was running 5 miles a day and going to the gym 3 times a week. And then I slowly saw my body go fatter, fatter. And then because I was mad that I was letting myself go fatter and fatter and not doing anything, I was like eating, drinking. 12 o'clock beer. No, no, I'm joking. Well, on the weekend. No, I'm still joking. And yeah, it was depressing. It was like an ever-ending cycle. And then finally my back is starting to get better. I'm like, come on, set the alarm, 5:30, let's go for a run. And so yeah, it feels good. So, but I am definitely carrying nearly a stone over where I should be. I just honestly, I think I'm so positive most of the time, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, this is not nice. I don't feel always happy. What's this feeling? And I'm like, it's because I can't run. It's 'cause I can't go to the gym. Oh, honestly, don't get me wrong. I didn't get depressed or I get that too down or really down. I just wasn't because normally I just bounce out of bed and I just was felt normal. And I was like, whoa, come on back, get yourself better. All right, enough about me. It's all about you. I love you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow when we're talking monthly figures for February. See you soon. Love you. Appreciate you. Bye.